I'm Brianna Ewan. I'm a 27-year-old student at Brigham Young University, Idaho, studying public health. I'm learning to create a public health communication campaign and want to discuss the topic of added sugar intake among Utahns. I've lived in Utah my entire life, minus a year and a half that I spent in South Korea, and I love the state of Utah. But I've noticed a huge difference in the diet I ate in Korea and the diet of my family and friends here in Utah. I also noticed a difference even visiting my husband's family in Irvine, California, where the population is mostly of Asian descent. Many people here in Utah choose to eat unhealthy diets, and I want to help Utahns come to know the dangers of unhealthy eating, especially those of added sugar intake. I've always been interested in food and nutrition, and the topic came up quite a bit during my time in South Korea. 제일 좋아하는 음식 무엇입니까? What's your favorite food? I would ask in my broken Korean. Adults and kids alike would have similar answers. Kimchi, kimbap, which is a seaweed roll with rice and veggies. Oranges, kimchi stew, soybean paste stew, seaweed, persimmons. These were some of the common answers I would hear. Here in Utah, asking the same question commonly brings responses such as cookies, chocolate, brownies, and candy, especially among children. Why do we as a society depend so much on sugar? Sugarcane has been grown on U.S. soil since 1751. Louisiana claimed the largest sugar refinery in the world in 1830, and in 1876 the Hawaiian Reciprocity Treaty helped make sugar more available to ordinary Americans. Prohibition in the 20s drove people to sugary sodas, and now the average American eats 130 pounds of sugar per year. That's around 2.5 pounds per week. But what is this sugar doing to us? Excessive sugar intake has been linked to a decreased intake of essential nutrients. So basically we're replacing things like vitamins and minerals with empty calories from sugar. They've also been linked to cavities, weight gain and obesity, blood sugar problems, including insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, heart disease, depression, infertility, and Alzheimer's disease. The American Heart Association recommends that men eat no more than 36 grams of sugar per day and that women eat no more than 25 grams of sugar per day. The average American eats equal to roughly 36 grams of sugar per day on soft drinks alone. So that's 36 grams of sugar per day on soft drinks alone, whereas it's recommended that men eat no more than 36 grams of sugar per day and women eat no more than 25 grams of sugar per day. 25 to 30% of Utahns drink sugar-sweetened beverages like soft drinks on a daily basis, and Utah has recently been called out for consuming twice as much candy as any other state in the United States. So how can we fight this? How can we help our families and our children avoid these life-threatening diseases, and diseases that will make life hard for us? By simply cutting our sugar intake to the American Heart Association standards. This is what I love about this call to action. It's that you don't have to cut sugar out of your diet completely. Even I enjoy the occasional chocolate chip cookie or brownie. But we need to be more aware of how to identify how much sugar is in things, because even things like pasta sauce and bread have sugar in them. We need to be conscious about how many sugary snacks we're eating in a day, and we also need to know what we can replace those sugary snacks with, have ideas of what to eat instead. You can learn more about these things in my next podcast or at my website, which is https://sites.google.com/view/managing sugar intake Utah. Thank you for listening.